Shut up and sit down.
Welcome to the Big Blue Offensive Podcast with Mike Trainer, Jay Jules, and John Depot. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the BBO NYG Podcast. I'm Mike. That's Jules. That's John. Hopefully, you guys like the other episode we did Sunday night when I was pretty banged up after that impressive Giant victory where Barkley just looked like his old self. Daniel Jones was butter. And the defense played pretty good. Jihad Ward, man, I forgot to shout him out the other night, but that dude was fucking – he's going to be part of that defensive end linebacker rotation where he's going to get his fucking shots because that dude looked like the heart of the defense. I got to be honest with you.
Mike, did you see the thing I tagged you in or I sent you? It was a video of the sights and sounds. And did you see what Jihad Ward did? He fucking head-butted dude without a head, without his helmet on.
Yeah. Let's not forget about Tay Crowder's fucking hit on Derrick Henry. I'm sure you know. That was pretty impressive there. He swam over a block and fucking lit out one of the fucking toughest runners in the NFL. So let's be real with that.
I guess he decleated him, bro.
You know what I'm saying, though? Like
dude was in the air, whipped around.
Right there.
I thought we needed Blake Martinez so bad to tackle Henry. I thought that was a narrative going around by the scaredy cats, huh? What happened?
I guess not, dude. And let's also give a quick shout out, right? Because earlier today, Saquon Barkley was named the NFC Offensive Player of the Week. So anyone on record saying he doesn't care about awards right now, all he cares about is Carolina. So pretty cool, pretty impressive, must say.
That's a captain.
That's right. That's what's up with that. Got to admit to that.
I mean, he had like 200 yards. So I mean, he's player of the week. He's going to be player of the month pretty soon. And then at the end of the year, be player of the year. I'm telling you.
Come back player of the year at the very least. Right?
Oh, come back easily. But I'm talking about MVP, man. If he carries this Giant team into the playoff the way he was running the game, I mean, some of these cuts was looking ridiculous. And I tell you, that 2-point conversion, like he made those two people miss right there, but then he went head first. Like he's like, I'm getting that extra yard. I'm getting in the end zone for that 2-point conversion. That excited that fucking Giant team, I tell you, man. But you know what else I like, Jules, in that game? I want to hear your thoughts on this. Is when Jones threw that dumb interception, to Barkley in the end zone, where I said it on the podcast. I'm like, when you throw that pass, you throw it to like a guy like Kenny Golladay, where he could go up and get it, not a short little running back with diesel legs. So I seen Brian Dable run up to him and just fucking let him have it, ripped into him. It reminded me, it gave me chills. It reminded me of like Parcells yelling at Phil Simms. And before everybody gets crazy, I'm not comparing Daniel Jones to Phil Simms or Eli, but Eli Manning, he did his dumb shit too. Like it kind of reminded me of him.
And listen, you know what? It's great that you pointed it out with Parcells kind of yelling at Phil Simms, because that's definitely, I can't really recall too many times or any time really where Tom Coughlin physically ran over to the bench and started yelling at Eli Manning. I can't recall that at all. So that's definitely a better analogy just on that, just based on a head coach taking the time to run off from the sideline to go find the quarterback and be like, what the fuck were you doing? Because literally you could see Dable at some point being like, what the fuck? And I think from what I said, I'm pretty sure Mark Sanchez kind of confirmed was that he had said he was like back shoulder, and you could see Dable go back shoulder. Like you don't throw, that's not a back shoulder pass. What the fuck are you thinking? The defenders turned around, and then obviously Sanchez went into a little more detail if you were actually listening to the game and that broadcast, and explained that when a defender is turned that way, there is no back shoulder. Back shoulder only occurs when a defender is looking the opposite way, because then the wide receiver has the advantage. He can turn around quick, and that's usually with the wide receiver that usually has a height advantage, which Barkley did not.
So I think what Dable said. Did you hear what Dable said though after that? They asked about like him yelling at Jones, and he's like, you were yelling at Jones pretty bad. He's like, no, well, I was on my headset. Meanwhile, his headset was smashed into pieces on the fucking ground. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, he just doesn't want any of that kind of hype. But you know what? It's good because there was another shot, and I can't recall what part of the game exactly, but there was another time where they had a failed series. And Dable actually went over and sat down right next to him on the bench. And they showed him talking to Daniel Jones for a couple of minutes on the bench. So, I mean, he's really focusing in on Jones, which made me not want to get over anxious or crazy with the way he played Jones, okay? Because you could take a look at his game, and it was good. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't what we need if this team is going to be successful and win more games. Let's be real, all right?
Jules, he came alive in the second half. You got to give him credit.
He settled down. He settled down. He trusts the pocket a little bit more. He trusts the plays that were being called. He went through his progressions a little bit better, which he still did a lot of work on.
We were dogging him in the first.
So yes, look, let's hope that he's a work in process. I honest to God, I love what I saw from Barkley, but I don't want to have to use him like that the whole season. I don't give a shit. I don't care if Barkley was fucking 22 years old, straight out of college, never had an injury in his life. I don't want to use my running back that intensely. All right. Like, I want him to be that game breaker, and I want to keep him fresh. And I want to see him running like that week 17. I don't need him to be doing this for the first 2 months of the season. And then, weeks 10 through 14, we're relying on Matt Breida and whoever else is available. So, that's just the only sign of caution there. Look, this game was played great. I told everyone, I've been saying it for weeks. I said that if you look at Robert Woods coming off of injury, the guy had 1 catch for fucking no yards. All right. Treylon Burks.
Dory right there, baby.
Listen, Treylon Burks looked pretty good. He did, I got to say the Giants secondary may have gotten away with one. There was that sort of similar kind of defensive hold where Burks was going down the sideline. He catches that pass. That kid has a really big day. They are going against the Bills next week, so you're not really going to be able to tell from a fantasy perspective. But give this kid a couple more weeks, you're going to be hearing that name, Treylon Burks, a lot. You saw some of the flashes of it against the Giants. But I told you guys, if we could somehow stop Henry, we're going to be in this game. We got a real good shot, and that's exactly what happened. Moving forward, when we get ready to talk Carolina, I'm going to get into a little more details because I'm going to tell everyone now, I've said this, I said it on Twitter. If we do not win on Sunday, this win is all for nothing, basically. So we're here on Wednesday.
That's not true, though.
It's Wednesday night. Because, look, this is why I say that.
It's going to be a tough game.
The Cowboys, it's going to be a really tough game. The Cowboys are beat up right now. They're a down dog that was supposed to be a wild rabbit type dog that was going to come out and eat. And they're not that right now. They're kind of shell shocked, and they got a big game coming up this week, which they could very well lose. And we'll go through that again when we're doing the matchups, and we're going to do the Pickems in a little bit. Right. And if we can go up 2-0 and they're 0-2, we could have Dallas kind of laying down for us on Monday night. Now, I don't want to get too far ahead. Carolina's not going to be easy. I cannot stress this enough. Listen, great win, but here we are late on Wednesday night. It's time to start focusing in on Carolina.
I don't remember which podcast I was listening to, but they were talking about Wink Martindale versus Baker Mayfield, being that Baker Mayfield played in Cleveland and Wink Martindale was in Baltimore. They played each other twice a year. And I think they played together. They played each other 8 times in those 8 different games. Baker Mayfield only had like 12 or 13 touchdowns, had like 7 interceptions, and wasn't really super productive in those games. So I think that's gonna give us a big advantage next week because I think Saquon Barkley he's just gonna be a demon. As much as however much he's gonna be on the field this year, he's just gonna be a demon. He's gonna carry that offense, and as long as the defense is gonna be okay, and I think we have the coaching advantage this week. Just be able to go out there and win a game on Sunday. 2-0 is realistic.
Very realistic.
4-0 is
we are the favorites. And guys, real quick too. So how many more weeks do I got to give Galladay before I can just call him complete trash? How many more weeks? How many more weeks to see him fucking do nothing with just 1 catch, making all this money? I got to watch Saquon Barkley going off into the fucking corner of the end zone, and that should be Galladay going up, and then you could throw it back, shoulder throw to a fucking guy like that. How much longer I got to put up with this fucking piece of shit? I'm just asking.
How many targets did he have, though?
3 maybe tops. I don't fucking know. He's a scrub, dude. I can't stand that.
I don't know, Jules. I'm blaming. I gotta blame Jones a little. Well, not really Jones. He did get pressured 70% of the time, but you do got to hit your fucking wide receivers. I mean, and then for not hitting him, I mean, Tony there only a couple plays. I mean, Richie James was fucking all of a sudden he looked like Odell Beckham the other night. I might have to pick him up in fantasy if he's gonna go like that. But. Listen, he needs the targets. You have to get him the fucking ball, man. Even though I give Kenny Galladay credit, he could have sulked, but when Barkley got that 2-point conversion, he was right there celebrating with those guys. So I'm going to give him a little bit benefited down until he gets like 6 or 8 targets a game. If he gets 6 to 8 targets, that's what I want to see if he's gonna. If he's not going to drop balls, if he's going to go up and get it, if he's going to hustle. I need to see that before I'm going to fucking dog him. I'm sorry.
Well, just to give a quick breakdown, Barkley was the target team leading high with 7, followed by Richie James, who I do believe came alive after the Wendell Robinson injury. So I do believe that Richie James was playing that type of receiver, and that should have been Robinson's game. Okay. So that's what I kind of believe there. I got to believe it. Hopefully, I think he is I think he's ready to go. He should be playing on Sunday. I haven't read anything differently. Obviously, the report will come out on Friday with the final goal about the injury report. And then, third was Shepard with 4. And then Kenny Galladay, the player that makes the most money on the team, had fucking 2 targets. Okay. So, I just don't know what's going on with him. To me, Tony, look, I can't make excuses for the kid. I think maybe he just, he just doesn't know how to pick up NFL game playbooks. He might be struggling with that. I really don't understand, why this kid can't run slant routes and just like real easy stuff, or stretch the field one time and try to catch a deep pass. No idea what's going on with him. But yeah, no, Kenny Galladay still in my piece of shit doghouse for a bit. He's going to need to blow up this week or the following week. If not, he can go fuck himself.
Crazy. All right. Well, Carolina's going to be Carolina is going to be a tough game, man. They got a nice team. They're not going to be pushovers. Everybody's saying just because we beat Tennessee, we should beat Carolina. I mean, anybody that watch an NFL game, I mean, that's really not the case. You understand that, right? It's not, what I mean? They're about, I would say they're about even. And the spread Vegas, they know that too. And that's why, the Giants coming off the win is the reason why they're getting, they're favored by 1.5. That's the reason, because they got that big win. And Carolina, if they was a field goal kick of fucking winning that game. So they're right there too. Do I trust Baker? Not really. Do I trust him maybe to throw a pick? Sure. But, we are without Aaron Robinson. He had his appendix removed and shit today. So he's going to be out for the game. So I don't know, like, they're going to shuffle, like, Belton's healthy now. So maybe he plays safety. Do you move Love at quarterback since he kind of played the position board? Do you throw Darnay Holmes here? So it's a lot of like, mixed match. And then don't forget Aziz and Tibbs, they were just kind of running on the sideline today. They weren't practicing. So maybe that's another week without them 2 guys. So it is going to be a close game, I think.
Definitely is. And, is the rookie Flott, is he healthy? Does he maybe get some action?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and he might get some work at that cornerback too. The problem is that they have 2 established wide receivers in DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson. And Robbie Anderson, the reason why you didn't really hear that name called last year was because Sam Darnold just cannot throw the ball that deep, and he just can't, bro. And Robbie Anderson is that over-the-top guy that you got to be aware of, because he can beat you deep. And if you go back to his 2020 season, right, so just the season prior, his first season in Carolina, he had like 92 catches for almost 1,100 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
You cannot sleep on his production. DJ Moore, we know, is a 90 catch, 1,100 yard type of receiver. This is where the Giants are going to get their true test. And look, we really need, I think Ojulari might be a little more healthier than Bibbs. I don't fucking know. I'm just kind of maybe thinking wishfully. I have no clue, to be honest with you, because we need one of them. We're going to need someone to help generate more of a pass rush, because Ryan Tannehill way too much time. Anytime that we only rush 4 guys, Tannehill can sit back there, eat a sandwich, drink a Coca-Cola, and still be able to fucking throw the ball down the field. So that shit cannot go on, because they will open us up. They'll fucking open up a can of whoop ass. Because let's not forget, CMC, they reserved them a little bit last week against Cleveland. They're going to edge them in a little bit more this week. So they got a very quality running back. They got 2 receivers that can go. Baker can at least sling the rock. He may not be as conservative as Tannehill. He may not be as much of a game manager, but we all know Baker can at least sling the rock. So, it can turn into one of those type of games where it can get a little uglier or a shootout. It's going to be interesting. But I'm telling you right now, Giants fans, do not sleep on this Carolina team, all right? Because we could easily turn around and be 1-1. But we could also turn around and be 2-0. So it's definitely going to be one of those kind of games this Sunday, for sure.
It's going to be exciting. Johnny, got anything to touch on Carolina before we take a break and I guess go into the Pickem segment?
It's been fucking 6 years since we've won our opening game.
At home?
I don't know. Just the opening game of the season, just to be 1-0. So it's been a very, very long time since the Giants have been able to have a home opener with a winning record, positive vibes throughout the entire fucking building. Go out there, fucking put up 30 points, hold them to fucking 18, 20 points or whatever it is, and 17, 20 points, whatever it is. Win a fucking game convincingly and just completely change the narrative around this team. From coast to coast, the Giants will be the talk of the time. They win this game again. And if they win by 10 points, they'll be saying the Giants for real, is Saquon really back, and all this shit. It's just going to be a good time.
I wonder what's the last Giants home opener win was, like what year? I don't know if I can. I'm trying to look it up right now, but I really can't find it. But
2016, because 2016, I think we won like the first 5 or 6 games, right?
Was it that long ago? It seems to make sense. I mean, I could go back and look at his schedule. I'm sure somebody knows on Twitter or whatever. If you want to just hit us up when we post this podcast and let us know. But one more thing before I take the break. O'Shane Zimenez, man, he had a big impact too, man. So he's part of that fucking rotation. He's really coming into his own now. Like, always takes those, late round draft picks, 3rd, 4th, 5th, a few years to get it. And it seems like he's getting it, man. Watch out for this defense, man. I might have to pick him up right now in fantasy in all 3 of my leagues. But we'll be right back on the BBO NYG podcast. We'll come back with the Pickem Pool. Be right back. All right, we are back on the BBO NYG podcast. I'm Mike. That's Jules. That's Sean. You guys ready?
Let's do it, man. Let's go. Listen, you're gonna give the results, right? How did we do last week? I'm just curious. Because I know there was a few games we disagreed on. My money bet was what? The Saints, I think, right? Oh, no. We all agreed on the Saints, right? What did they double down on?
Let me see. We'll take a look, but I'll give the standings first. Shout out to Mike Birdie. Mike Birdie had 12 total points.
Nice.
Rai 663 at 11. MFT, which is me, I'm at 7. Woody 7. Changes needed 6. Big Blue Offensive Podcast at 6. We're right down there at the bottom. It was pretty bad, man. I'll take a look at the standings and see like what we missed here. All right, we lost. I'll give you the losses. Obviously, the Colts -7. I told you guys the Texans with that spread. But you guys were right on the Bills. I like the Rams.
Fair enough.
So let's see. Panthers and Browns. I think we all agreed on the Panthers. They just, they kind of blew it, man.
It was close. They were there. They were there.
1.5 right there. And Jacksonville Jaguars, man, they had that game, and then they let Wentz come back and make it a game. I had Jacksonville, my survivor pick. I told this the one I told you guys, and actually it saved my ass, like betting real wise. I said Pittsburgh getting any kind of points. You always take Pittsburgh. You guys like Bengals. I'm like Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was the only game this week that saved my ass.
What was the spread on that again? What was the spread on that again?
7. Touchdown, yeah. Thank God for the Steelers, because I fucking shit the bed gambling as a normal human being this week. We took San Fran. I don't know what the fuck happened in that game. I mean, Jesus Christ, that was an ugly game to watch.
I mean, if I would have known it was going to be a fucking monsoon in Chicago, it might have changed thoughts process a little bit.
Maybe, yeah. Saints, we took the Saints. Falcons, just like they were scoring points, those two teams.
Listen, don't even get me started on the Saints, bro. Listen, I did the first year I ever did 3 entries into a survivor pool, and I had Denver. I had which we call it. No, I didn't have San. Oh yeah, San Fran,
right?
Denver, and fucking the Saints. I was shitting on my bricks. I'm like, I'm gonna get knocked out of all 3 in fucking the first week. So I won by a point with the Saints.
At least you got the Saints. You're lucky on that one.
Holy shit!
At a my survivor pool, it's the finals $200,000, right? And so I got knocked out of every pick except like one, right? And now, but everybody got knocked out. It's down to 600 people out of 2,000 week 1.
Can you buy back in or no?
No.
Okay.
They'll have a losers pool and shit where all the losers go. And that's half. Instead of $100, is $50. I'll get in on that like a few times.
Well, the one bar one that I'm in, that's worth $10,000. I think there was like 175 entries, and it went, and 100 people got knocked out, or 103 got knocked out. But you could buy back in. So everybody juicy.
I don't like the buy back in shit. You know what I mean? I know that
at least for the first, it's only like the first couple of weeks, and then that's it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you can only buy back once. So if you get knocked out this week and you got knocked out week 1,
that's not bad.
Yeah.
All right, so we lost on the Cardinals. We took the Cardinals getting the points, which the Chiefs just fucking blew them out. We won with the Giants, by the way. We took the Raiders. I really did like the Raiders. We lost.
I told you about the Chargers. Yeah, I was so worried about my survivor pool and seeing if my fantasy team would turn shit around that I forgot to just make a straight bet on the Chargers like I wanted to. And the game kicked over. I'm like, wait a minute. I fucking totally forgot about this game. All right, let's go.
Could have won money. We lost on the Packers. We took the Packers instead of the Vikings. Justin Jefferson, stud. And obviously we lost on the Broncos, man. But the Monday night was just flag day. They gave Geno Smith all these fucking flags. I was like, come on, dude. It's like, did you see that? Like, there was bullshit roughing the passers. It was bullshit. They wanted that game close. No doubt.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. They definitely wanted that game close. Mike, they called defensive holding on an offensive running play. I've never seen that call in my entire life, dude. How? What was he doing that affected an offensive run that he was holding? It wasn't even on the line of scrimmage, so it's not even like you could say like a pulling guard got around the defensive end and the defensive end like hung on him because he was going to try to go up into the second level and make some blocks on the linebackers or the secondary. It wasn't even that. It was literally defensive holding in the secondary as if it was a pass play, except it was a run. When I saw that, I was like, yo, the fucking fix is in. I thought they were going to at least let Denver win the game, and Denver had their chances. Listen, you cannot have the ball fucking multiple times on the 1 yard line with 3 downs on each play, each possession rather, and not score, dude. All right, that's just mind boggling in itself. So and then you know what? You pay Russell Wilson like fucking $7 or $8 million a game. Right? Some absurd fucking number, and it's 4th down and 4. You choose to elect to hit a 67-yard field goal instead of letting Russell Wilson $8 million for the game. Go for it, like dude, that's just ridiculous.
They were averaging 7 yards of fucking play between running and passing, and then they decide not to go for it and hit an 80-yard field goal. Get the fuck out of here. That
was just ridiculous. To go out like that in one of the leagues, I'm like, bro, I gotta buy back in for $50, especially with a shot of 10 grand. Like it's gonna be a no-brainer there. But it's just like, really, dude, that's how I got knocked out. Okay.
They lost Jamal Adams for the season early in that game too.
He went out in the first quarter. It was like
I really got hurt. He got caught it off, but he's done with a torn ACL.
Yeah.
I think he's done.
So it's just
that's like the fucking trendy injury to get nowadays, guys. That's fucking crazy.
They didn't even start testing those young corners until like late in the second quarter. They played literally almost the whole first half without even testing the young corners in Seattle, dude. It was ridiculous. Listen,
they finally hit Judy. Forget it, Jules. We'll talk about this game all night.
That game, you know what I mean?
All right, so we got to start.
Let's do this. Thursday night football.
The Thursday night game. All right, I love this fucking game. This is going to be a great game. I think it comes down to the wire. So I should have took the Chargers last week. I'm going to take the Chargers now. Chiefs are -4 at home, but they're playing the Chargers. Division game, short week, Thursday night. I love the Chargers getting 4 points. What about you guys?
I would take the Chiefs.
All day on the Chiefs, huh? Listen, you know what? It's crazy here. This is definitely going to be that game where if it was in LA, I without hesitation would be like all over the Chargers. I am a little hesitant going to Arrowhead. People were saying that when Mahomes was scoring touchdowns, he was counting on the side because he was trying to beat what Josh Allen did on Thursday night. They were already gunning for that to be the AFC Championship game. So they're coming at it. They're coming out guns blazing. The only thing is, with the exception of that really like that kickoff game on Thursday, you don't really see a lot of scoring on Thursday nights, right? Except for when that game starts, right? We want the Thursday night to start the season. Yeah, that could be high flying because it's literally the first game of the year. You could play that on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It doesn't make a difference, right? But when you have to now turn around on a short week after blowing up a team in Arizona on the other side of the country, basically, and coming back and having to do the home opener, there's a slight bit of a hangover. And I can see this game getting off to a slow start. The Chargers going to be a business. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a tight fucking game. I wish I was getting a little more than 4. I'd feel a lot more confident. But, Mike, I'm with you, man. I'm going Chargers on this
one. All right. Chargers it is. Let's go. Next game. Ooh. Steelers are at home. Once again, they are getting points. They're playing the Patriots. Patriots are -2. You know who I'm taking. We all said it. Steelers, man. I don't give a shit. I know TJ Watt is going to be out, but fuck, Patriots look. They look like fuck. I don't even know who's on that team. I can't even tell you who's their starting fucking wide receivers or fucking
I mean, it's
running backs.
Devontae Parker. They have Bourne. They have whatchamacallit, Jacoby Myers. You know, they have Stevenson. They have fucking the other running back. They got guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're missing pieces on defense, New England, and I think it's starting to get exposed. However, you know, Belichick is the type of coach that does adapt. And he will adapt to the team that he has out on that field. Is it going to happen this week on the road in Pittsburgh after they're coming off of a big win against Cincinnati? Yes, I know Watt is out, but that's all it's missing. It's just that Watt is out. Like, you can't. To me, that's crazy that they should feel insulted. The Steelers, they're getting points at home. To me, that's a fucking no-brainer. I'm going Pittsburgh all day.
John,
man, it's just so hard to just pick against Bill Belichick, guys. I don't know.
So, all right. So that can't
make a little note there, John. That's the one you can bring it off face next week and we fuck up.
Right. It can't be one of those key bets. That's for sure. All right. Next game. Colts. They're in Jacksonville. I don't know why Jacksonville just has their number the fucking past couple years for some reason. I thought it was just Wentz, but who the fuck knows? Colts are -3.5 going down to fucking Florida. I want to take the Colts so bad. I think they rebound, but I watched that game, man. They didn't look right, you know. I don't know.
It's also the first game of the season.
Yeah, but with the new quarterback, you know what I'm saying? I think it takes a little time to gel. So I got to take Jacksonville with the points. I don't know. I got to do it, I guess.
John, you want to go?
Jules, I think I'm gonna go Colts here.
Yeah, I think the Colts rebound in a big way. Look, they didn't give up Carson Wentz, who, yes, he looked good. If Carson Wentz, who struggled against Jacksonville last year in a playoff situation, lit it up at home this year. Granted, we could make arguments. You want to say Terry McLaurin's better than Michael Pittman. You know, we can go on and on and on. Obviously, they had a little bit more weapons in Washington this year as opposed to what Indianapolis had last year. I would be very shocked knowing that the Colts have not won a game this year, that they go to Jacksonville and they don't win this game. All right. I will be shocked. Look, are they going to struggle? Could it be close early? If you're really into gambling, maybe you bet the first half, you take Jacksonville, maybe you're getting probably like 2 points or something like that. Take it, run with it. You can have fun with that. But I got to think the Colts bounce back. I have to. If they don't, Colts are in a lot of fucking trouble.
All right. Colts it is. Next game, Lions. They're at home. They're -2. They had a good game, man. I like the way their offense fucking played, man. They put up points. And they're playing, even though a couple of it did come in garbage time, but still, they still looked okay. They're playing the Commanders. So Lions are at home. I gotta take the Lions, bro. I'll never take Washington, even though Wentz put up fucking 40-something points in fantasy. But I don't know. I still gotta go with Detroit, man. I think they'll be okay.
I'm going Detroit too. Make it easy.
All right, there you go. Listen, the only thing I gotta say is I'm kind of leaning towards Washington. I just don't understand how they come off of a win like that against Jacksonville.
Worst Giants fan.
Light it up like they do. Well, we're talking sports here. We're talking betting. I'm trying to talk to my community that's listening here as a betting man, right? You want me to take this hat off? I'll take the hat off. All right.
It is different.
Really, now, me thinking that they could pull out a win at Detroit and me hoping that Detroit kicks the living shit out of them are two completely fucking different things. All right. They are hitting on all the cylinders on offense so far. Your defense is still a little suspect. The fact that Jacksonville was able to put up points like they did and should have had more. I mean, at ETN fucking spiking the pass that he had, basically looked like he was jumping up to fucking spike the ball. And then he fucking gets blown up on another play and the ball goes fucking flying 20 yards behind him. Yep. You know, should Jacksonville gotten points out of that and probably end up beating Washington? 100%. Did Detroit come at it and they brought it to the Eagles? But here, John, you want to talk Giants fan. Are you really trying to say that the Eagles are that much good of a team, that they're that fucking good, that we all got to watch out for the Eagles because they were kicking the living shit out of them, and that's the only reason why Detroit fucking can't beat them? But yet they could definitely beat Washington because Washington is that much of an inferior team. No, I ain't ready to buy into that shit. I watched some of that game. It was on fucking CBS early in the day, and fucking Jalen Hurts was doing the same bullshit he does. He runs down the field, he takes off fucking running. Fuck him. He sucks. I don't think they're that good. I just don't think Detroit's that great of a team. They're good. They're scrappy. They're going to fight. They're going to come at you. You could get beat by them. But you know what? At the end of the day, I think Washington does win that game, but we'll go with the Lions. We will go with the Lions.
Lions roar. All right, next game. Browns, they're at home. They're -6.5 going against the Jets. Jets will be starting Flacco again. No left tackle. Their offense looks just really, really atrocious. Rob Salaha might be out of a job fucking pretty soon if it keeps going like this. So
He's taking receipts though.
Yeah, he is taking receipts, dumbass. Like what a dumb. Anybody that takes receipts is a dumbass. You know what I'm saying? And especially about Barkley. Browns they're at home. They're -6.5. I'm going Browns, bro. Like they can play, man. They got a nice little offense. I like Jacoby, and they got a running game.
Yeah, I can see this being an ugly game. I can see Cleveland winning like 20-13 or something like that, which would cover the 6.5. Yeah, like barely cover. Yeah, ugly. Like Hey, listen, I'm hoping because I'm gonna have some fantasy guys going, so I'm hoping that the Browns put up 20. So I really think I could see it being like a 13-6 type game, where like the Jets D shows up, it slows them down, it slows down the run game. They're like, yo, go ahead, Jacoby, beat us passing the ball, and they do, but it's like just by barely 7, they barely cover that spread.
I'm taking the Browns as one of my survivor picks, so
oof,
yeah, I'm gonna
danger.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, get them out of the way,
but. Do you guys see that fucking stupid logo they have? Listen, the Keebler Elf. Oh my god!
That's the old school one, fans. Bro. That's from back in the day. That's from the 50s or something.
Yeah, it's the corniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
I see the shirts with it said people wearing the shirts in Cleveland get a massage, bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch, give me a massage. I'm like, Jesus, how you gonna wear that around? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. All right, next game. Giants, baby. Giants are at home. They're -2 on this against the Carolina Panthers. Giants, baby. I'm taking the Giants. G-men are back.
It's Giants all day, but listen, honest to God, if I was not having to do a Pickem pool as a betting man, I would stay away from this game.
I ain't touching this game.
Don't touch this fucking game if you're really gambling.
No way.
If you got to do a Pickem, go with your fucking team and you go with the Giants, and that's the end of that.
Yep. All right, so we covered the Giants in detail before. So, all right, next game. Division game, Buccaneers are -2.5. They're gonna go play the Saints. Bucks are still the Bucks. So I'm not betting against Tom Brady until probably ever.
Until he retires.
I just tell you one thing though, Brady's starting to scare me. All right, we know the whole situation that's going on with him and Giselle. He doesn't look the same. He looks a little rattled. He comes out Monday morning and he's talking about how, like, now all of a sudden that he's 45, he's seeing bruises on his body. He feels a little achy after the game. You never heard Brady talking like this. I'm just really hoping that at some point the wheels don't fall off and Brady's just like, fuck it, I retire midseason. As long as Tampa keeps winning, he's gonna be okay. But look, the Saints are back, man. They needed that first half to sort of regroup. And once they did, you saw Michael Thomas come alive. Though Kamara got a little banged up, he wasn't even fucking playing in that second half. They would have blew the fucking doors off the fucking handles in that second half. True. There was no doubt about it if Kamara was in that game. He's going to be healthy on Sunday. I'm telling you right now, I could kind of see the Saints pulling this out, man. I know it's crazy to say, but Brady doesn't play good in the dome. He looks a little rattled. They're already saying that they ran Fournette too many times on Sunday night against Dallas. They're not going to use him as much this week. They're hurting with linemen. The Saints come after that team. I'm telling you right now, man, do not be surprised if the Saints pull an upset on Sunday. I would say Saints, but if you guys want to go with the GOAT, I hear you there.
I got to go Tom Brady.
Tom Brady it is. All right, next game. We got to speed this up, fellas. Ravens are at home. They're -3.5 against the Dolphins. Dolphins are a little weird team that you can't really bet on or bet against yet. I want to see how well they play. Ravens usually they do destroy the Dolphins though. Usually Lamar Jackson has a good game. That's why I'm going to take the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm 100% all over the Ravens. I'm not buying this fucking Dolphins.
Yeah, we can make that fucking double down, whatever.
Yeah, Baltimore, hell no. You know what? You can put that down as a best bet.
Yeah, that's our best bet since we all agreed pretty much right away. All right, next game. Rams are at home. That's the high spread for the Rams. I don't care. They're 10.5 point favorite against the scrappy Falcons that put up points. I'm taking the Falcons with the points, man. Rams don't look so well. They just don't look right. I think this could be an over game, and I'm going to take the Falcons with the points.
I guess you guys are both going with the Falcons. You know what? If you're the defending Super Bowl champs and you got embarrassed on national TV on Thursday night, this is your get right game. So you either get right or there's really fucking trouble in LA. I think they get right. That spread is up there for a fucking reason. I'm probably putting them in one of my survivor pools. If I got to just check out the rest of their schedule just to make sure that they don't have any layups later on. But yeah, I think they get right and they blow it up this week.
John?
Yeah, I'm definitely going with the Rams. I don't know that excuse me. I don't know the Rams. I'm going with the Falcons because I don't think the Rams are going to win by 10.5 points.
All right, Falcons it is. All right, next game. All right, 49ers, they're home. They're -9 against the Seahawks. Seahawks coming off a big win at home with a lot of flag help. But Trey Lance, they didn't take the kid gloves off him yet. It didn't seem like they trusted him yet. I think it might take a little more time. So I got to take the Seahawks.
Mike, that was your pick, Mike.
I know.
That was your fucking Pat Mahomes type season pick right there, all right?
But like take the kid gloves off.
Quarterback in our league. Just saying.
Take the gloves off, man. Take the gloves off. Like
let
him
it was a fucking
play.
monsoon, bro. You threw the ball fucking 7 yards. It went 7 yards to the right. Like, come on, dude. Like, what do you expect?
I tell you, it's a weird situation there. But I got to take the Seahawks. They played good. They played hard, man. Seahawks played hard and they played smart.
This to me sounds like a trap game because why is the spread the way it is? Was it the fact that Pete Carroll outcoached the first-year coach in Denver last week on Monday night at home? Because listen, let's face it, Carroll coached a hell of a game that Monday night. I think he just outcoached the rookie head coach across the fucking field for Denver, right? So I think that's what that was. Can he do that 2 weeks in a row? Is Geno Smith really this fucking born quarterback? I'm not buying that shit. There's been too much hype on the 49ers. There's too much pressure. You got, what's his name? Mike Martz coming out and calling out Trey Lance and Justin Fields. I think the 49ers bounce back in a big way.
John?
One of them got to do it. The Rams will them. So
I don't know, man. I just don't trust the 49ers. I don't think the Seahawks are good, and I think that we're going to smack them around in a few weeks. Or a couple months, I guess. They're a little later in the season.
Yeah, weeks, months.
But I got to go Seahawks here.
All right, Seahawks it is. All right, next game. I love this. I'm going to take this as my Moneyball pick right now. I don't care who you guys pick. Bengals are -7.5 going against Dallas with a backup quarterback. I'm taking the Bengals as my Moneyball pick too. Somebody agrees with the Bengals, right?
It's in Cincinnati?
It's in Dallas, but, I mean, who gives a fuck? It's Cooper Rush. He loves getting sacked. That's all he does.
So no, I mean, the Bengals should win big in this one.
All right, cool. Bengals it is. All right, next game. Raiders are at home -5.5 against the Cardinals. Guys, I have to go Cardinals, man. I don't trust the Raiders with their fucking offensive line. They look pretty bad, man.
So you trusted the Raiders last week against fucking the Chargers, so I had to go a better team.
After I watched them.
Quarterback, all right?
I watched. I see.
Against Arizona at home, right? Because we're in Las Vegas this week.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, now we don't trust him. Devontae Adams is good. Carr has a connection with him, bro. They didn't even fucking throw the ball to Hunter Renfrow twice, bro. Not even twice. Waller got his. Devontae ate like it was fucking Green Bay. They need to run Jacobs a little bit more because he was averaging like 5.5 a carry. And I'm not saying that because I got him in the league because I do, but I do need him. All right. No, I think the Raiders beat the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are fucking overrated. I say it all the time. Same shit with Kyler Murray. Ertz is on one leg. They have no DeAndre Hopkins who made him. Okay. Everybody thinks Marquise Brown is going to come in and do shit. James Conner is a touchdown vulture on the goal line. That's about it. He ain't an everyday a 3-down back. Nah, bro. I think the Raiders fucking step up. They're going to have to. They need it more. They're at home. It's a tough division in that AFC West.
We'll see. John?
I actually agree with Jules. I'm going with the Raiders.
Raiders it is. Next game. I think this is payback. Broncos, they're at home. They're -10. Mile High going against the Texans. I don't think the Texans have a chance, man, this game. I think Broncos all day.
Broncos got to rebound. They got to rebound in a big way. If anything, it's rebound week 2. Week 2 is rebound week, and that's that.
No doubt. All right, so we agree
100%.
All right, good. So the
Packers, money.
Next game, Packers, they're at home. They're -10 going against the Bears. Bears, they had some lucky plays where they just got a fluke touchdown. I don't trust them. I'm going Aaron Rodgers. I think he bounces back.
Yankees are back, baby.
Bounce back week
Yankees
2.
Are fucking back.
Sorry. Jules, you like the Packers?
Yeah, bounce back week 2. I don't like the 10 points so much for whatever weird reason. I just don't. I think Chicago can hang on them a little bit, but my Packers are going to win without a doubt.
All right, I got to go.
Yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be very, very, very mad going into this game.
I think, hey, listen, don't forget, Christian Watson catches that 75-yard touchdown. That Minnesota Green Bay game is completely different, all right? Rodgers lost a little bit of trust in the rookie. They're going to have a lot more. I think Lazard is back for the game. Aaron Jones was like a non-factor. It was all A.J. Dillon. Yeah, again, bounce back, man. The Rams, fucking Green Bay, all these teams are going to bounce back in a big way, I think.
Yeah, I agree. All right, next game. I like this team getting the points. The Bills, they're at home. They're -10 against the Titans. AFC teams that know each other really well. They always play each other tight. Titans got a good D. Let's not sugarcoat it. They should have won that game, a missed field goal by them. And, I'm taking the Titans with the points. They showed me something. They got a good defense. We played well in order to beat them down there. So I think Titans bounce back, and they're going to give the Bills like a good game. I don't think the Bills are just going to blow out everybody. You know what I mean? The NFL doesn't work that way.
I agree. Every single word that you just said, Mike, and we're on Titans too.
I mean, look, yeah, could the Titans have been looking ahead, and you could see that some of their play calling was designed, and they were taking chances against the Giants because they figured, fuck it, the Giants are an inferior team. We could take these type of chances with certain under rounds. It was like 3rd and short, and they ran like a fucking an option off to the right.
Yeah,
it was all stupid shit instead of giving Henry the ball up the middle. They ain't gonna do that against Buffalo. However, this team is fucking pumped. They are ready. They're on a fucking mission. The kids in Buffalo are hurt of getting a half a day on fucking Monday because they're expecting so many people to be tailgating there.
Wow.
10 points is a fucking lot against a quality team. Yeah, This is facts.
I fucking hope that's
These are facts. You can look them up, all right?
That's awesome.
Kids are getting out of school early. They're shutting down the whole city. Bro, they're going to be fucking pumped, man. If it was 7, I'd be all over Buffalo all day. So if you tell me I got to lay wood on another 3, I'm going Buffalo. I'm just putting it out there.
Dude,
I think they're going to fucking win by 14.
I heard they had a shortage.
That's the safe pick.
Jules, they had a shortage. They had a shortage on snack tables apparently in Buffalo because you all bought them to just break them. Those fucking insane creatures up in the
north. I tell you, bro, they're on a mission. That's my Super Bowl pick. I bet on them this year. Fucking let's go.
All right. Well, we're taking the Titans. Sorry, Jules. We'll remember that one next week. All right. The last game. That's a Monday night game, by the way. That's a 7:15 game.
They're doing a doubleheader this week. I don't know why they didn't do it last week. So weird.
And they got an 8:30 game, pretty much. So you got to have 2 TVs apparently to watch these both games.
Yeah, they're an hour apart, which is stupid.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb. I don't like that at all. But you know what?
The second game has got some fucking shit team, right? Like some team that I fucking hate, and I just want them to blow up or something.
It's the fucking Eagles. They're at home. They're -2 against the Vikings. Vikings look pretty fucking. Their offense, this game should be an over, but you never know with the NFL. You take the over, you bet all of that money on it, and then they fucking go under. But I obviously I'm gonna go with the Vikings because the Vikings, I got Jefferson in so many fantasy leagues. I want him to fucking light it up like he did last week. So Vikings for me.
Listen, Vikings for me too, and not because you're a fantasy team.
Listen, they ran into a pumped up Hard Knocks team and fucking struggled at times, then opened it up, and then let them come back a little bit to make the game look interesting. I've been saying it all year. The Eagles are over fucking rated. They are going to get deflated. And here comes the fucking Vikings with their horn. Fuck that. I hope they spank the fucking Eagles in Philly. Fucking no way I'll put money on them.
All right. So now I picked my key bet. Now I need one each from you guys so we can wrap this up.
John, go ahead. I got to look real quick again.
I'll go with the Giants, bro. Not even a question.
Giants it is. Now, Jules.
Broncos. You said you took the Broncos or no?
No.
All right, I'll take the Broncos in a bounce back. Russell, you better not let me down. Corn Sutton, you motherfuckers are my thing,
right.
dude. Let's go.
There it is. All right. So, all right, Jules, let's wrap this show up.
All right, man. Well, listen, that's our picks. You heard a little bit of feedback. You got a little praise for Barkley. Giants are coming in 1-0 for the first time. It feels like fucking 35 years. But listen, it's a good feel. It's a good way to come into the season. Let's get it done on Sunday against Carolina, all right? That's what the model should be. Let's just go out and get it fucking done. Don't lay up. Don't take this game easy. Let's hopefully have one of our guys, if not both, on the pass rush. Let's hope one of these other guys step up as a cornerback too. Let's hope Daniel Jones starts to progress a little bit more. Let's hope Barkley is fucking just as much of a beast as he was last week.
Let's hope.
And we can come back to this game. We come back to this meeting on fucking next week on Tuesday night, and we'll be fucking talking how the Giants are 2-0, getting ready for Dallas. That's 0-2 on Monday night. Let's hope for that. Let's keep the faith. But like I said, Giants fans, don't get too overconfident. We're getting out of here. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
I think that's the title of the show. Let's hope. All right. Yeah, peace. Go Giants.